Yeah, and we are live. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Richest Steve in Atlanta. I am your host, Stevie Steve, the Richest Steve in Atlanta. Back at y'all with episode number 44 in this piece. So on your way in the door, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know that y'all are in the building. As y'all see, we are back live with it. Yeah, we gonna be bringing the lives back in full effect. Just cause I miss going live, y'all. I wanna go live starting in 2025, nonstop, and hopefully the Wi-Fi around the world will it'll act right for me. Let's just hope that it acts right for me. But today we have two great topics for you today, starting with the spending habits of black people. Then we're going to end this off with Georgia Power utility bill is increasing. Like I said, y'all are in for a great show. So make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment as we get right into our first topic of the day: the spending habits of black people. Guys, we all know, everybody kind of knows the stereotype of black people. You know, we shop for name brand items, we shop for goodies just to show our status. Us as black people, we are known to show our status. And I want to put quotations on that. We show a status that we don't have. That's what we're known to do. You know, you wear the chains, you got the jewelry, the nice jewelry on, expensive shoes, as in Jordans. We rocking Chargers. You know that's your car. Driving a Charger. It just, the list goes on and on and on. You know, even baseball caps these days are expensive. You know, if you got the most patches on your baseball cap and it doesn't cost you a lot, oh yeah, he's swagged out. So we are known as just spending habits, or we can even say, like, for the women per se, you know, purses, very expensive purses and things like that. The jury can also count for that, but we are a very flashy, wear it on the outside culture, as compared to, like they say, the white dad fit. You got your Skechers with the athletic shorts and some athletic, not even athletic shorts, some capri shorts. Y'all know the little capri shorts. They not really jean material. They like the capri shorts. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With a regular athletic short, they got the socks showing and everything, regular socks and everything. That's the middle-aged white dad fit, you know, and that's the opposite of black people. So it was very interesting to me when something pops up and it's talking about the history of why black people spend the way that we spend. Why do we have the spending habit? Why are we such a flashy culture? Just, I don't know if it's something that we're missing, something that we feel like we don't have, so we want to show it. But it was a video that showed it instead. So I decided to review this. Let's go ahead and get on into it though. The long history of spending habits of black people. Let's get it.
Time when blacks were denied access to the nicer products sold in America, like clothes and even food. Store owners would provide subpar products that had a lasting and psychological impact. When blacks were finally able to shop at mainstream stores, they didn't skip a beat, even going for the nicer items, even if they couldn't afford it. Now, take a look at this. This was a marketing tool for store owners back in 1954.
Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off brands. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth.
Kind of jarring, isn't it? Welcome to the fact.
Yeah, that is very jarring if you ask me. That is some crazy stuff, but psychologically I think it kind of it makes sense. Not the racism in the video, but why people would feel, or why black people would go out their way to get the more name brand expensive items. If you are looked at as a second class citizen and you're always given second class things, or you grew up on the, because back in the day, y'all, this habit has continued. When black people were first being able to obtain these things, they were being handed, quote unquote, second class items. They didn't have a chance to get a Gucci hat. There was no way you was going to get a Gucci hat. So when you finally got the chance to get a Gucci hat, you're like, oh, snap. I want the Gucci hat. It's like, to me, you know, the kid who only gets hand-me-downs from their brothers or from their sister. Like when you get a whole bunch of hand-me-downs, you look at new stuff in a whole different light. You want that new stuff. And this has psychologically been implanted into black people. And we've carried this over for generations now, I would say. But the psychological impact of it, and then the marketing scheme of it, that part definitely sucks. However, I do understand the corruption and the businesses and all that stuff. So I'm not even surprised of that commercial that just aired. Let's be real. I'm not surprised of the racism in that commercial at all. But I do think that commercial shined a light on the reality of the black plight in America. I really do. Let's continue, though.
Factor Uncensored. Many experts say the lingering effects of being treated like a second-class citizen in America for decades is still having a long-lasting impact on blacks today. How does that look? Spending more than you're saving, focusing on name brands to have that feeling of importance while impressing others instead of buying land while building generational wealth. Some say the marketing tools used on blacks in 1954 is still working today. Do you agree? Our panel is here tonight to
I will tell y'all. He asked, "Do you agree?" I do agree. However, I have noticed I've noticed a shift in that we are now starting to focus a lot on financial literacy. I have noticed a little shift now. As a mass, has it taken over? I don't know. But in my sphere, I have noticed that we are moving towards more financial literacy and actually having that bag. Then, like he said, wanting to feel important or wanting to show people that I have that bag. Let's continue.
talk about it. Kim H., fashion and beauty guru, Todd Smith, CEO of Regal Media, and Dr. Diedrich von Biedenfeld, supply cycle and finance expert. Glad to have you all here on The Factor. Todd, when you look at that video, and you just have to stomach it because it was 1954. But when you think about what they were telling retailers to do for Black customers, has that lingered on today?
I think it's lingered on, and I want to say this: there's nothing wrong with having quality products, because I think in the long run you end up saving money when you buy things that are a higher value. You buy cheaper things; they're cheaper for a reason. Carl Kanai once said you can't have quality for cheap. So you might end up spending money, more money. But the problem is, like the video says, and you said, we're buying things that we cannot afford to impress people that really don't even like us. And we all, a lot of us do it.
Or we don't like.
Oh, we don't like. There's a story about Debbie Allen being in the Galleria, I believe, one time, and they didn't know who she was. And she was at a high-end, maybe La Lique store, whatever it may have been. And she left because they refused service or something like that. She said, I should go buy the most expensive thing in there. And then she had to catch herself. They don't want me in here. Why would I give them commission? So we have been beaten down, and it's a shame that other races look at us. They're taking advantage of us, because really they don't want us. But if you're going to spend your money, let's go get that black money. So if a brand doesn't want me, I'm not going to fight to give them my money. I'm going to shop. This is Dapper Dan, even though it's with the Gap, a black designer, the famous hip hop designer from Harlem. I'll support who supports me, and I'm not quick to give my money to people who don't like me.
And one of the things,
he just hit it on the head, though. For sure, because I like how he came at it like wanting quality items is not the problem here at all. We should all want quality items that will last us a long time. You shouldn't have to, get a cheap item that it's going to break the next day. And then you got to keep spending your money. And in the long run, it is more expensive to have the cheap shirt. However, when it comes to commercials like this, black people, I feel like we do spend our money a lot of times in spaces where they don't give a piss about black people at all. The only thing they see is that green. All right, well, you got the money for it. Come on, we'll take your money, but we don't have to like you. I think that for sure is something that plays a part in America today. You seen the racist ad that just happened. Ridiculous
things he said in that video, and that video was pretty long. That was part 2. There's part 1. And one of the things that they indicated was, don't question the black buyer, because you will turn them away and they will go and spend their money elsewhere. And this was white psychological experts or psychologists to white retailers saying, don't turn them away, don't question them, take their money and run with it.
Right.
Your thoughts on this, Kim?
So my thoughts on that is they're still doing that today. Billions of dollars are being put into advertising. And one of the things that I've noticed that over a period of time, I had an aunt that was a seamstress. She was a furrier for Neiman Marcus in the 60s and the 70s. And so, 70s and 80s for the most part. And she would look at a garment and turn it inside out, look at it and say, that's not your money's worth. Mm-hmm. But now it's been dumbed down. People, because of fast fashion, the turnover is so high, this looks like that, or the fake market. People don't even recognize quality. So I think sometimes we think that the same thing that they sell at the factory outlets are the same things that the designers are selling in their high-end couture spaces, and you don't know that, and people don't know the difference because the market has been flooded. I think those things are still in play because you're wearing a label and not actually quality.
And I want to know though from you guys.
And she hit it on the head as well. Let's go down the line. Zara, Fashion Nova, Shein, all of this stuff is fast fashion to the moon. All of it's horrible quality. Let's be real. I even shopping at ASOS and all these spots. I will even admit I bought a lot of these clothes because the name that was attached to them. Well, not even ASOS, because ASOS is not big. But if you go and you shop at Zara, even when H&M was real big and all these stuff, I even remember going through school. Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister, all those things were like, the quality wasn't even good. Shopping purely off of name brand off the name. American Eagle is one of them as well. So these tactics to this day still are prevalent. And the fact that he said, don't question them about it, just take their money and go, that adds even more to the, as long as you have a name brand, your quality can be whatever it wants to be, and they are going to buy. Don't question if they should afford it. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit out of their range. They're going to prove it. They're still going to buy it. Still going to buy it.
As Dr. Von Biedenfeld, I want to hear from you. We spend, as African Americans, $300 billion a year.
Yeah.
Are we still following this 1954 video or the effects of that 1954 video to our detriment as a community?
Absolutely. And I think both prior panelists have touched on this, and I agree with Todd. My mother, Patsy Ann, black woman in the 40s, pointed out to me, why are you keeping up with the Joneses when you'll never be a Rockefeller or Carnegie? And many times she, as an upper middle class, master degree black woman, was told where bargain basement was when she would go into a store, which immediately would take her dollars elsewhere. So I think we recognize this, but we still have a lot of these traditions. We know these terms like Kleenex and Xerox. Well, we used to have the idea of the Cadillac of goods, but if we look at the market reliability of Cadillacs nowadays, maybe that isn't a great standard. Similarly with clothing and fashion and what you're getting your money's worth when you turn it in and out and you say, well, these seams don't match or these patterns. So we are following this to our detriment because our credit scores aren't as good. And we've seen Latino spending power almost reach parity. That 1.5 trillion for the black community that's been here 400 years is very similar to the Latino community that, while many of these states were taken from their lands, are very similar. So I think we can see parallels in this, but the reality is we as a culture recognize the need to fit in and where we get questioned less, so that business casual as a cheat code to stability and legitimacy.
All right, we're going to come back and talk.
Why did all of them have to hit this? They hit it on the head like that. Every single one of them hit it on the head. Great for me. Great to me. I didn't know that black people had that much spending power here in America. And to our detriment, though, we are spending it in areas that it's just not worth it. In Atlanta, especially being in Atlanta, y'all know you see a lot of this keeping up with the Joneses activity. The amount of Charger Hellcats I see, they get stolen easily too. So that's bad quality. It's bad quality. If you can't park on the side of the road without it getting stolen. Somebody can get a key, a fake key, not even your key, and get right into your car and drive it off to West Bumble, and then you got to go fight to get your car back. Ain't this some craziness? But it looked nice though. It do look nice. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You be looking good right down the street, looking fresh now. And your Jordans, we all know Jordan's quality done went down. I heard some of my folks talking about it the other day. Man, what you got in your feet? Yeah, it's the little sun. It ain't like the old ones though. No, because that quality went down. But it still make you look fresh. It still make you feel important. When them ladies see you in them Jordans, they gonna look at you a little different. All in all, the spending habits of black people have definitely been targeted. We have been a targeted class. And we fall into a trap, I feel like. It's very much a trap because it is low quality, high priced items. I don't think it's worth it. Y'all, I had I went to Zara and I shopped for some shirts. Tell me why the button on the shirt, I probably wore it once. One of the buttons already looked like it's about to fall out. I'm pissed. I got that shirt, and honestly, it's like regular fashion. This fast fashion bull pisses me off. And I'm not even somebody who's that into fashion. But it pisses me off because I really went to Zara because it's named Zara. You can see this all over the world, y'all. It's Zara. Fast fashion. low quality bull that I paid a lot for. But that's just the spending habits of Black people. And now I see that the history of it, how how a lot of this stuff is marketed specifically to Black people. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I do think the psychological effects of what happened in the 50s, 60s, we being able to shop at these places, being able to eat at these places, being able to patronize these places, yes, it still affects us today. With that, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know, how do y'all feel about that? Are we still affected? Are we still affected by the things that they said in that video, the first video, the commercial? Is that still something that happens to Black people? Because I think it sure is. It sure is. Let somebody try to question me about how much money I got. I'm walking straight out of there. Nah, but for real though, y'all, we do need to start patronizing better places, or we need to stop focusing on what's on the outside and actually get our community and get our house together so that we can actually start creating some generational wealth for real, for real. And we just not gonna look like it with all the chains we got on. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next topic of the day. Georgia power bill is increasing. Yes, your Georgia power bill will be increasing, guys. Just earlier today, I was literally getting right off work. This is what popped up on my Instagram feed. Starting in January 2025, Georgia Power customers will face higher monthly bills. Y'all know what I started thinking? Golly, man, I can't catch a break. All the time. Why my prices keep going up? I can't catch a break for nothing. I'm tired of this. I am tired of this. But y'all, I didn't want to be uninformed. That wasn't enough for me. It just say it's increasing. I'm like, hold on now. How much? Like, golly, how much is this thing increasing? Well, y'all know, don't look too far because I'm here to help. I did the research on all of this for y'all. So that we all can better plan how much we about to be paying for our next Georgia power bill come in sometime in January, February is when that thing will hit and knock you across the head. But let's go ahead and get into that.
We'll get ready to pay a little bit more for your electric bill. Georgia Power is set to raise those rates for 2025. So starting next month, most households will see their bills go up by about $6. This increase is based on an average customer using 1,000 kilowatt hours of electricity each and every month. It's part of a plan to gradually raise rates, which was approved back in 2022. And coming up tonight on 11 Alive News at 5, you're going to hear from back in 2020.
All right, so let's go ahead and just break this down just a tad bit for right now. So, all right, $6, y'all. It's basically $6. I look at that and I'm like, okay, all right. Everybody who is freaking out, in the Georgia Follow official account, okay, yeah, it's higher, but it's only $6. It can't be that bad if you use 1,000 kilowatts per month. That's the average use. It's only $6. That's not that bad. Do y'all honestly think that a $6 raise in rates is that bad? If it is, I think we got a lot more to worry about. If you worried about $6, yes, you got a lot more to worry about. That's just that. But then I heard something else within that whole little statement. Plan passed in 2022. I'm looking like, yep, I'm not surprised. Everybody's acting surprised about this when in reality, We should have known that this was coming. We so uninformed about what's going on. We see something pop up on Instagram and we immediately start saying, I can't believe this. When in reality, this was passed in 2022. Y'all know I've been on this whole little journey of being just a little bit more informed on things that's happening around me, just because it's like, I don't like stuff just happening to me. And then when it happens, I feel like I've been attacked, when in reality, this whole thing has been in works since 2022. This was a part of the plan the whole time. Now it's probably a whole bunch of Georgians that's acting surprised. I'm not even going, not acting surprised. They are surprised. Not they, we are surprised, because I also didn't know anything about this. In 2022, y'all know I was very uninformed. Didn't care about the news, didn't care about nothing. But I was paying an electric bill. I was paying for Georgia Power. So that doesn't stop this search, because now I'm like, hold on. This was part of a plan since 2022. What else is about to happen in this plan? Because I've been complaining about my rates rising since forever. This ain't the first time I've complained about my electric bill going up. So something's happened, and I missed out on it. Y'all see it? Missed out on it. The plan entailed a little bit more than just $6 this go round. It was more than $6, because I didn't had a little $4 uptick in 2023, a little $6 uptick in 2024, and now I'm about to have another $6 uptick in 2025. Well, why did they pass this anyway? Why is this happening to me? Let's see.
Beginning in 2023, so just 2 weeks from now, the average ratepayer will be paying $3.60 more a month. That's a 2.5% increase. Then in 2024 and 2025, two more jumps, about $6.50 more a month. That's a 4.5% increase. So starting in 2 years, you'll be paying more than $16 a month more than right now. So what's driving the cost? We spoke to Public Service Commissioner Tim Echols and also Patty Durand, who ran for the commission this year.
Yeah, what is driving this cost up? Because me looking at this, we done got hit above the kneecap, I would say 3 times now. 3 times now. This whole time, I honestly thought it was like ghost spending or something, y'all. I ain't pay attention to a lot of they probably sent out some mail. Something probably came up in the mail that was saying this and everything. I'm just looking at my rates increase, and I'm like, yo, not my rates, but my total cost increase. Like, yo, I know I'm not spending this much more each month. I'm watching my little graph and everything. I'm like, I know, come on, man. How am I constantly, like, I used to pay under 200. 200 every single month. Like, what is going on, man? What is going on? I just don't understand. So yes, tell me why is this?
The commissioners are trying to make a decision that's going to work for ratepayers, for the utility, for the grid, for everything moving forward.
Tuesday morning, the state's Public Service Commission will vote on a $1.8 billion rate hike that'll cost Georgia Power customers for the next 3 years. The last time this happened was in 2019.
2 years ago, or during the pandemic, or you may have been paying a fortune for furniture, or used cars spiked 51%. You weren't paying any more for energy then because we set the rates based on the calendar.
Echols says two driving factors behind the rate hike are inflation and the cost of natural gas, which tripled due to the war in Ukraine. Another factor, Echols says,
All right. So one of them, of course, they say inflation. Inflation is the catch-all, hit-all. It's the catch-all. Let's get it real. Inflation is the catch-all. You gonna pay more just because the price then went up. That's inflation to me. That's inflation. Inflation always going up. Inflation's a good thing. You know, a little bit of inflation, the Goldilocks zone, that's a good thing. So that's a catch-all, be-all. But then they wanted to say in there as well, well, we got a war in Ukraine and Russia. So, yeah, it costs more now. Natural energy costs more. Hold on.
Ukraine. Another factor, Eccles says,
Hold on.
natural gas, which tripled due to the war in Ukraine. Another, inflation and the cost of natural gas.
The cost of natural gas, which tripled. Natural gas went up because of war.
Tripled due to the war in Ukraine. Another factor, Eccles says, Plant Vogtle.
It will eventually be the cheapest energy that we have in Georgia. And it's cost a lot to build it, but it is the latest technology.
The project is billions over budget and behind schedule on finishing 2 nuclear reactors. In 2012, the estimated cost was $14 billion. That number now, $34 billion. The company originally working on Plant Vogtle went bankrupt. Georgia Power and its partners decided to go ahead with the project with a different company and a higher price tag. Patty Duran, who ran for Public Service Commission this year, says the project is the main reason customers will pay more.
I think it's pretty awful.
Plant Vogtle has been mismanaged so horribly that we all got, this is some bull. Like he said, though, what they say, you gotta go through a little bit of trouble, because eventually, when this thing set off, this will be the cheapest energy that you can get. You just got to go through a little bit. You got to go through a little bit. You got to pay a little bit more. But when this thing dropped, yeah, we done went over budget. Yes, this project was mismanaged. However, eventually, this will be the cheapest energy. But of course, y'all know prices will never go back down. The price will never go back down. But it'll still be the cheapest energy that we've had. Okay. All right.
That Georgia ratepayers are on the hook for federal levels of money. You know, $34 billion is federal.
Now, this $1.8 billion rate hike is much less than the $2.9 billion Georgia Power originally proposed. But the rate the commission is voting on tomorrow is still 3 times more than what commissions want to sugarcoat it. There will likely be more hikes for years to come, thanks to Vogel's $34 billion price tag.
Y'all just heard that, what she said. Let me play that one more time, because that hit me across the head too.
3 times more than what commission staff originally recommended. And Eccles says he didn't want to sugarcoat it. There will likely be more hikes for years to come, thanks to Vogel's $34 billion price tag.
That's a lot of money.
There will be more price hikes. So I'm looking like, what? Okay, so what's going on now then? Y'all done already gave me $6. Now I'm counting it up. I done had $4. And then I got hit with $6 twice. What it is, $16 extra? Okay, $16 extra still is not the worst, okay? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. $16 is still not the worst. However, I want to know now, because y'all know, let's do some informing. Let's do some informing. Let's figure some stuff out. Let's do some research, see what's going on. It's more to this story. It's more to it. Let's go.
And if you feel like you're paying quite a bit more for your power, I know I do. You are right. Joe
We all do.
joining us in studio. So, Joe, this will be the 6th increase in 2 years for Georgia Power customers?
That's correct.
Hold on. What did she just say? This will be the 6th increase in 2 years? Hold on. I only counted. I didn't count that on the first video. So what are you talking about? What's going on here?
correct, Jennifer? This marks the sixth either bill or rate increase since 2023. We have to go back to 2022. That's when the Georgia Public Service Commission approved a rate plan for Georgia Power, split into 3 steps or 3 rate increases. You might remember paying some of these back in 2023 is when the first one hit your bill, then 2024, and now on Tuesday, that's when the commission approved the exact dollar amount for this latest increase. On an average bill, you should expect to pay $5.84 more per month. In between these rate increases, there's also been 2 bill increases. Those were connected to Unit 3 and Unit 4 at Plant Vogel. That is Georgia Power's nuclear power plant. And then there was also a increase that we have been paying related to higher fuel costs, nearly $16. You add all of this up, and starting next month, the average bill for Georgia Power compared to 2 years ago is going to be more than $43 higher. Significant jump there.
And y'all know what I said? I knew it. I finally figured it out, bro. I knew I've been paying this much. I knew I've been paying extra. I knew it, y'all. This is why being informed just opens my eyes so much, bro. It opens me up so much because I finally understand why my prices look the way they have. I haven't been able to figure out for the luck of me, y'all, at all. I'm going around the house, turning extra lights off, unplugging stuff for no reason. Being uninformed, bro, this is why I said, bro, I have got to get more informed with stuff. This is why. Because when I come down, okay, in 2023, yeah, we had a $3.52 increase, just a $3. But then we go into fuel cost increase, which was because of the natural gas from the war with Ukraine and Russia. So the prices of fuel went up. Then the mismanagement of this little plant, they're trying to get this plant going. So we had to pay $5 extra on top of that. Then in 2024, this was already planned out. So they gave us a plan, which really it's fooling people because this plan, like, let's be real. If you was going to do the plan, you should have just stuck to the plan. But instead, you adding extra stuff in there, here and there, to get to what you actually wanted in the long run. Come on now. So yeah, the plan seems like it was lighthearted, just a little rate increase, and everything else, the rest of it, you put reasons for it. Like the plant again, Unit 4 though, and we increased this Unit 4 better be bigger. Unit 4 gotta be big, gotta be huge. And now we getting this last little rate increase. So over the past 2 years, which I have noticed, y'all, but I couldn't explain why. We have been paying $43.22 more than 2 years ago. That's the answer, y'all. That's the answer right there. And I finally understand. I finally got the answer that I've been looking for. And all this started because of Georgia Followers Official posted, hey, starting in January 2025, Georgia Power customers will face higher monthly bills. Sent me down the rabbit hole because I needed to find out, y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I needed to find out. I had to find out. Hey, what that girl said? I'm on the hunt. What and that was yeah, I was on the hunt to find out why them prices, bro. But I just been so much involved in everything else that I didn't even notice. I noticed, but I didn't know why. I was not informed. This is why I say, y'all, it's important to be more informed in the things that go on around us. Because I would like to know, when prices are getting higher. I would like to know. And I'm gonna pay more attention to the mail that come my way. Read just a little bit more on the utilities that I pay. All of this only because I actually pay utilities now. So when you actually pay utilities, y'all, and you see that price go up from, mine was probably around 150, maybe even a little lower than that. But now I'm constantly hitting like 200. Constantly hitting that 200, easily hitting 200. I don't think I've had a month under 200 in some months for sure. And that's just utility bills, y'all. That's only utility bills. Hey man, with that, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about your little increase that's about to hit your pockets. Yes, it's the little one, y'all. It's a little one, because if you was able to adjust, I'm not gonna say it's little. Forget that. In 2 years, basically $50 increase. Yep, I'm rounding upward, a lot. I'm rounding, not even from the halfway mark. I'm rounding from basically 40 is basically 50 at this point. Let's be real. Add in the little fees they got in there. Y'all know they got little fees sometimes, so we might as well say it's about 50. They're $50. Some bull, y'all. Some bull. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that though. Like, cause you will be paying that little $6 extra. Yep. Now my question is, what's next? What will be next? Because boy, I already know something else coming. And this need to be the end for that plant. And I don't want to see no tax. The only increase in my rate that I want to see is because of inflation. That's it. Let's manage this and get this Volvo nuclear energy plant going already, so we can stop all this hiking. This major hiking, because that's what we don't want. We don't want that. We need to stop it. Hey y'all, as y'all see, I am still in Daytona. I actually will be going home this weekend. I'll be home for the holidays, so be on the lookout for everything that I have going on over the holidays. Of course, it is the end of the year. Like I said, we are looking forward to 2025. So I got a couple videos that should be dropping here very soon, showing gratitude to everything that happened in 2024, because 2024 was another miraculous year, another great year, another fantastic year. And 2025 will be even better. 2025 will be even better because we're planning for that. And that's what we are focused on. However, in the meantime, we are keeping the consistency going into the new year. Like I don't see why y'all waiting until the new year to start stuff. You might as well get some stuff going right now. Like I said, there'll be some videos on that, because I believe that the New Year's resolutions, folks, is the biggest quitters. If you do New Year's resolutions, you are the biggest quitter. You are the biggest failure. I know. Hey, not to talk trash, because we all do it. We all set them New Year's resolution goals and don't hit them. So yeah, y'all expect the videos on how we can actually be able to execute on a lot of the goals that we have set for 2025. Other than that, like I said, gym's been good. I'm in Daytona for my job, doubling down on that stuff. I already told y'all we doing that. And the rest of the year, bro, we just in grind, cruise, prepare mode. That's what we're in for 2025. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Other than that, I'm doing excellent. I'm doing great. I want to say, hey, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Peace, love, and riches. I'm out. Yes, sir.